Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaaya Nathaya Sitayah Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Hari Om, a very warm welcome. Yesterday we saw Nigama Niti Kula Riti Kari Aragha Pavade Deta Badhuna Sahita Suta Parichi Saba Chali Lavai Niketa. Before I start, I am sure you are aware, our series will conclude on the 10th along with the conclusion of Balakand, and the Ayodhya Kanda will start from the 1st of November. Continuing. All the Vedic rites according to Vedas, according to the family, Kula, Dharma, whatever has to be performed, everything was performed. And the mothers, they performed Arati, and then the brides and bridegrooms, they were all the 4 couples, they did Arati to them also. Remember, yesterday I had made a mention that the bride and the bridegroom is compared to Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu. In every house, when the first time they enter, Arati is being conducted and so many other rituals according to their Kula Dharma is performed. but with the attitude that they are Mahalakshmi and Mahavishnu while they enter, and once she enters, she becomes the Grihalakshmi. Alright, with that, all those rituals were conducted. Continuing. चारि सिंहासन सहज सुहाये जनु मनोज निज हाथ बनाये तीन पर कुंवरी कुंवर बैठारे सादर पाय पुनीत पखारे धूप दीप नैवेद बेद निधि पूजे बर दुलहिनी मंगल निधि बारहि बार आरती करही व्यजन चारु चामर सिर ढरही वस्तु अनेक निछावरी होही भरी प्रमोद मातु सब सोही पावा परम तत्व जनु जोगी अमृतु लहिवु जनु संतत रोगी जनम रंक जनु पारस पावा अंध ही लोचन लाभु सुहावा मूक बदन जनु सारद छाई मानहु समर सूर जय पाही एहि सुख ते सत कोटि गुण पावहि मातु अनंदु भाई न सहित बियाहि घर आये रघुकुल नंदु लोक रीति जननी करही बर दुलहिनी सकुचाई मोदु बिनोदु बिलोकी बड़ रामु मनहि मुसुकाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. In the 350th चौपाई चारि सिंहासन सहज सुहाई. When they entered, 4 beautiful simhasanas were arranged. Not single, double. For the 4 couples. Very, very beautiful, that it was as though beautifully fashioned, designed and prepared by Kamadeva himself. Janu Manoj nija haath banai, with his own hands he had made, as though. Tina par kuvari kuvar baithare. The 4 couples, Sita Rama, Urmila Lakshmana, Mandavi Bharata and Sutakirti Shatrughna, all of them beautifully sat on that. Sadara Paya Punita Pakhare. Now, all of their hands and holy feet. Now remember, they are Mahavishnu and Mahalakshmi. So their holy feet were washed. According to the tradition, very beautifully guided by Vashishta Maharishi as the Brahmana, he guides. Alright. Dhupa Deepa Naiveda Beda Vidhi Puje Baradulahini Mangalanidhi. Then they were worshipped properly, and the best, and the couples were also extremely blessed, because in accordance to the Vedic ritual, everything was perfectly done. Then Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Arati, all those things were performed. Barahi Bara Arati Karahi. While doing Arati, they did not feel like keeping it down at all. So happy. They went on doing Barahi Bara Arati Karahi. Vyajana Charu Chamara Sira Darai. Then Chatra, Chamara, etc. In the Puja Vidhi, all of you might have seen, or maybe doing also. Rajopachara, it is said. Chatra, Chamaram, etc. Then all that were also performed according to that ritual. Vastu aneka nichavari hohi. Then everybody offered lot of vastus. Everything was offered to them. Bhari pramoda matu sab sohi. Matu, all the four mothers, or three mothers. There may be more queens also, who may also be considered as mothers only, but here Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra ji, they were so much delighted, they were in absolute ecstasy. They were in a very, very jubilant mood. Pava Paramatatva Janujogi. Just as how happy they were, Tulsidas very beautifully, describes. He says, when a yogi who is performing his Katu Sadhana, what is Katu Sadhana? Very, very, very severe penance. Suddenly he realizes himself, his truth, Brahman. How happy he would be. Another example, Amrutile Lahevu Janu Santata Rogi. One Santata Rogi, perennial, patient. The one who is always a patient, as though. That patient suddenly found nectar. The moment you take nectar, all the rogas are gone. You become young. However old you were, you will become young. And for eternity, you will remain young. Think of it. A perennial patient finding nectar. How beautifully he will be, isn't it? Some people, there are so many people who are suffering so much out of, so many roga. Very, very pathetic. And people will say, okay, even this will pass away. And the other one say, don't worry, something else will come on the way. One after the other, they keep getting, one after the other rogas. And some people, roga need not be always physical only, even mental roga also. There are some people who are all the time negative, all the time pessimistic, all the time complaining. Oh God, you don't feel like talking to such people at all. Why? When we are very, enthusiastic, very optimistic, dynamic, and then very much hype about whatever we do, even the world will conspire to make you happy and make you successful. It is generally said, there are so many devatas all around. Keep always thinking of positive. Why? They will keep on saying tathastu, tathastu, tathastu. When you keep on, murmuring only problems and suffering and shortcomings and pains and trouble and so, Rama, every kind of negative thing you go. You just have to start a conversation. Hari Om, how are you? Hayyo, Swamiji, what do you think? And then they will start their raga. All ragas put together they will play. What? Only tragedy. Hare Rama. And the gods will say Tathastu, finished. That is why you always have to be positive. Be positive. And when you are positive all the time, Bhagavan will say Tathastu. And everything good will happen. Therefore, always never give to negativity. Even if you are not well, when somebody asks, how are you? Say, I am always fine. And you will be fine. I am on Pratyaksha Pramana. People who know me will understand me better. Think. I have also suffered a lot of pain. Physically, emotionally, intellectually, so many things. But today, I can proudly tell you, I am really fine and I am always fine. What to do? Many people laugh when I say, I am always fine, what to do? Yes, I am fine. This is the attitude you must have, and you will definitely be fine all the time. Coming back, this person who is a perennial patient, if a nectar is given to him, how happy he will be. He will be so delighted. Janma ranka janu parasa pava. And the one who is a pauper from the birth, a beggar from the birth, who do not have anything, suddenly it appears as though he found a parasamani. Parasamani, generally they translate as philosopher's stone. What is that? Wherever he touches, that stone will become gold. Looking at it differently, it is a terrible thing, because if you touch the food, food will become gold. You can't eat it. Not that way. Idea here is a person who is a pauper, if he gets that parasamani, how happy he will be. Think. That way people were happy. Andhahilochana labhu suhava, the one who was a born blind, suddenly gets beautiful vision. Very clear vision, excellent vision. How happy he will be. Think. Mooka badanajan sarada chai, a dumb fellow, a dumb person who cannot say anything, if he is blessed by Sharada Devi, Saraswati Devi, how wonderful, isn't it? We remember, though he was not a dumb person, Kalidasa, he was a shepherd. He can't even talk properly. Such a buddhu he was, Parama buddhu he was. But Kali Mata, when he blessed Kalidasa, look at what came out. Isn't it? He became world-renowned scholar, isn't it? Poet. Similarly, Mukavadana Janu Sarada Chai, Manahu Samara Sura Jayamapai, and even as a person who is a hero, who is a warrior, he won a battle. How happy he would be. Like that, happiness was seen. Everybody were enjoying such a wonderful joy, such wonderful happiness. Ehi sukate sata koti guna bhavai matu anandu. He says, if you put all of these together and multiply it by several million times, billion times, that was the joy which the mothers experienced. Therefore, bhaina sahita biyahi ghara aaye raghukulanandu. And now all the four brothers, or rather Ramchandraji, along with his brothers and their respective wives, they have come to the palace. Lokariti janani karahi. All the janani mothers, traditionally whatever has to be done, they very beautifully performed everything. And looking at that beautiful performance of the rituals and the joy which is found in everybody, no exception. It is very interesting to see that none of the commentators have pointed out that this person was jealous, that person was envying. No. Earlier we may have made a mention, gods were envious because it was so beautiful. That was all just for the sake of it. But gods were also very happy. We will see now. On perceiving this ecstasy, the brides, Bharadulana sakuchai, even the bride and bridegroom, even they felt shy. Shy means what? It is not that negative shy. It is a joyful moment. That, sakuchai, it's a very beautiful word. That shyness out of joy. Very positive feeling. Modu vinodu biloki bada ramu manahi musukai. Perceiving all of them being so ecstatic, Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Musukai Manahi. Look at that beautiful words. Ramchandra smiled within himself. Why? He is that Paramatma. He knows everything, isn't it? So looking at their joy, Ramchandraji also was very happy and he smiled within himself. Continuing, Deva Pitara Puje Bidhini ki पूजी सकल बासना जी की सबहि बंदी मागहि बरदाना भाई न सहित राम कल्याणा अंतरहित सुर आशीष देहि मुदित मातु अंचल भरि लेहि भूपति बोली बराती लीन्हे जान बसन मणि भूषण दीन्हे आय सुपाई राखी उर रामहि मुदित गये सब निज निज धामहि पुर नर नारी सकल पहिराए, घर घर बाजन लगे बधाए, जाचक जन जाचहि जोई जोई, प्रमुदित राउ देहि सोई सोई, सेवक सकल भजनिया नाना, पूरन किए दान सनमाना। देहि असीस जोहारि सब, गावहि गुण गण गाथ, तब गुर बूसुर सहित गृह, गवनु कीन्ह नरनाथ सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। देव पितर पूजे विधिनी की। All the mothers very gracefully worshipped the gods and pitras with due rituals, proper rituals, guided by the Guru. Very beautifully performed all the rituals. Puji sakala basana ji ki. And all their desires were actually fulfilled. What more will parents want than their children being happy, isn't it? Sabahi bandi magahi baradana. They bowed down. They did namaskara and they asked for a boon. What is that boon? Bhaina sahita Rama Kalyana. All they wanted is a welfare of Ramchandra ji, all his brothers and the brides. Antarahita sura asisha dehi. And the Bhagavan, all the gods, they also conferred their blessings, and they were all unseen, they were all in their own worlds, but they conferred their blessings and gladly showered flowers. That is, they like that a lot probably. You see, mudita matvanchala bharili lehi. And the mothers, all of them gladly received the four couples, and when they asked for the boon, when the gods showered flowers, the mothers, they took the saris, the pallu they call, and then they received those flowers as though receiving the blessings of the gods. Very beautiful situation. Bhupati boli barati linhi. Now the king. Now this is a very beautiful part from here. Be very attentive. There is a lot to learn from this section, from Bhupati Boli. A lot to learn from this section. Please be attentive. Though it may appear very common, very usual and things like that, please be attentive. I will tell you what it is at the end. Okay? Bhupati Boli Bharati Linhe. Now the king, now look at his responsibility. Look at the culture that was prevalent. Look at the way Dasharatha very beautifully indicates to the world by his way of, performance, indicates to the world what is being, very, very, what do you call it as, very clear on what you have to do and what you do. Look at this. The king first sent for all the people who had come along to Mithila Nagari, all the Bharat, who all went, he called everybody and then gave them probably some vehicles, and then Jana Basana Mani Bhushana Dinhe, he gave lot of apparel, dresses and lot of jewels and ornaments, etc. He took care of the entire people who came for the Bharat. Ayasupai Rakhi Uraramahi. And later, having taken permission, now see, Ramchandraji's image in their heart, everybody took permission from the Raja Dasharatha keeping Ramchandraji's, that beautiful face of Ramchandraji in their heart, and they all started joyfully returning. Mudita gaye saba nija nija dhamahi. Now the Bharat people have not yet left earlier. So now all of them are there. They have just entered the palace. Now king says, now call all of them. And then he gave every possible way, he gave them everything possible, he gave them vehicles to go back, and then lot of ornaments, vastra, etc. All of them took with great love towards the king, great sense of gratitude also towards the king, and then they happily went back, taking all what he had given. Mudita gaye puranara nari sakala pahiraye. Then what did he do? He called every family in the city, Ayodhya. Every family, men and women of all the people in the city, he called all of them and gave lots and lots to all of them. See, when Sitaji was at Mithila Nagari, she was as though the daughter of the entire Mithila people. All of them considered Sitaji as their daughter. Similarly, at Ayodhya, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji and the three brothers were considered as their own sons rather. How beautiful is that feeling? Today, even in the family, we don't see that kind of a, parasparam feeling. Bhagavad Gita says, parasparam bhavayantaha shreyaha paramapsyata. No, you have to have that love. Unconditional love. We have lot of conditional love. But unconditional love, if you want to see, you can see all that here. Jachaka jana jachahi joyi joyi. The king gave whatever whoever wants. Materially, of course, he gave everybody. Pramudita ravu dehi soyi soyi. Even beggars, mendicants, sadhus, sages, everybody he fulfilled everybody's requirement. Purana kiye dana sanamana. Sevaka sakala bhajaniyanana. Every attendant, sevaka who were there, entire trip from Ayodhya to Mithila to Ayodhya, so many of them, hundreds and thousands of them, so many of them were there, and all of them, each one of them have done some work. So every sevaka, sakala bhajaniyanana, even those people who played music, kettle drums, trumpet, whoever, whatever they did, everybody, purana kiye dana sanamana, to all of them, Dasharatha gave lot of gifts. Dehi asis johari sab gavahi gunagana gath. All of them saluted the Raja Dasharatha, and all of them prayed for blessings from the gods for king and also the entire family. Gavahi gunagana gath. All of them sang praises, and thereafter तब गुरु भूसर सहित गृह गवनु किए नरनाथ. After all of them leave, now the Guru, Vashishta ji, and all other Brahmanas, all of them proceeded towards their own places. Now please see, everyone is being taken. Now the complete Bharat is taken care, and then now the people, slowly he is coming towards the closer circles. Alright, see how beautifully he takes care. Very important. जो बशिष्ठ अनुशासन दीन्हि लोक वेद विधि सादर कीन्हि भूसुर भीर देखि सबरानी सादर उठी भाग्य बढ़ जानी पाय पखारी सकल अनवाई पूजी भली विधि भूपजे वाई आदर दान प्रेम परिपोषे देत असीस चले मन तोषे बहुविधि कीन्हि गाधि सुत पूजा नाथ मोह समधन्य न दूजा कीन्हि प्रशंसा भूपति भूरी रानी न सहित लीन्हि पगधूरी भीतर भवन दीन्हि बरबासु मन जोगवतर नृपुर निवासु पूजे गुरपद कमल बहोरी कीन्हि विनय उर प्रीति न तोरी बधुन समेत कुमार सब रानी न सहित महीसु पुनि पुनि बंदत गुर चरण देत असीस मुनि सुसियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। जो वशिष्ठ अनुशासन दीन्हि वशिष्ठ अनुशासन मीनिंग अंडर Vashishta ji's instructions, order, under directions, guidelines, whatever you may say, lokabeda vidhi sadarakinhi, reverentially performed all the rites that has to be done while the bride and bridegrooms come into the house. All the ceremonies performed according to Veda. भूसुर भीर देखी सब रानी सादर उठी भाग्य बढ़ जानी. The queens, looking at all the brahmanas who were there, archakas, saints and sages, everybody, the queens felt they were so blessed, so fortunate, and rose to greet all of them. They welcomed all of them. Paya pakhari sakala anavaye puji bhali vidhi bhupajevaye. The mothers, they all washed all the brahmanas' feet with lot of reverence, lot of pure bhakti, uncontaminated, unconditional love and devotion towards all the brahmanas, puji bhali, and then they also helped the Raja perform that the rituals which has to be performed, and all the giving them everything, adara dana prema paripashe, after worshipping everything, and then they have to entertain them also. Therefore, bhojanante dakshinan samarpayami. This is one very good important activity. Whenever a Santa Purusha, a sadhu comes, after offering proper food, one has to give dakshina. These are all krama. We call it as krama in down south. What is called as krama? That which ought to be done, that which has to be done. All of them they performed. Deta asisa chale manatoshe. All of them were so very happy and blessed the king and the entire family, invoking all the grace from all of them. Natha mohi samadhanya naduja. Now he said, he turned towards Vishwamitra. Bahuvidikini gadhi sutta puja. In all proper ways, he also performed puja to Gadhi Sutta Vishwamitraji. And he said, Hey Natha, mohi samadhanya na duja. Hey Natha, there is nobody who is as blessed I am. Kinhi prasamsa bhupati bhura. The king praised him so much, he praised him. Ranina sahita linhi pagadhura, and took the dust of his feet along with the ranis. He took the dust of the feet of Vishwamitraji and applied in his head and eyes. Bhitara bhavana dinha barabasu. He had already assigned a particular quarter. Quarter means one particular place to stay. And therefore, slowly manajogavatara nripu ranivasu, while the king and the nripu and ranivasu, the king and the queens kept a vigilant eye for what? To keep everybody happy. Very important. Everybody should be happy. Not a single person should go unhappy. That is the whole point. Puje Gurapada Kamala Bahori. Again, he adored the lotus feet of Vashishta ji and then performed all the proper appropriate rites. Puja. Rites means puja here. Kini binaya ura priti nathori. And he offered himself at the feet of the Guru. All the mothers of Ramchandraji also offered themselves at the feet of the Guru. Badhuna Samita Kumara Saba Ranina Sahita Mahisu Puni Puni Bandana Gura Charana Deta Asisa Munisu. All the princes, the brides, king, queens, everybody, all of them offered namaskarams at the feet of the Guru. Deta Asisa Munisu. Even the Muni, Vashishta ji, gave them the best form of blessings to all of them and invoked all kinds of blessings from all the devatas also on them. Continuing. Binaya kinhi ura ati anurage Sutta sampada rakhi sab age Nigumagi muni nayaka linha Asira badu bahuta vidhi dinha Uradhari ramahi siya sameta Harashikinha guragavanu niketa Viprabadhu sab bhupa bolai Chaila charu bhushana pahirai Bahuri bolai suasini linhi Ruchi bichari pahiravani dinhi Negi nega joga sabalehi Ruchi anurupa bhupa mani deyi Priya pahune puja de jane Bhupati bhali bhanti sanamane Deva dekhi raghubira bibahu Barashi prasuna prasamsi uchahu Chale nisana bajai sura Nija nija pura sukha pai Kahat paraspara rama jasu Premana hridaya samai Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai Pavan Suta Hanuman ki jai Umapati Mahadev ki jai Bolo bhai sab santan ki jai Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki jai. You will see nobody is forgotten. Everybody was taken care. And it is like the vote of thanks. Farewell. You can say Kritagnyata Bhava. A sense of gratitude. A sense of fulfillment. Binaya ki nivura ati anurage. With lot of love, devotion, reverence, he offered namaskarams to the Guru. Sutta sampada rakhi sab age. He kept everything at the front of the Guru as though. He says, everything, the kingdom, the king, the queens, sons, and now the brides, all of us are at your feet. Please bless us. Sutta sampada, all the sons, daughter-in-laws, and all the riches of the kingdom belongs to you, O Guru. Negu magi mani nayakalinha. Now, the Guru, Vashishta ji, asked for and accepted only what is customary due to him. what is actually due to him, he took that alone. You want to give? Okay, now king, give the kingdom and then you all go away. He did not say that, isn't it? And he did not ask for, you give me that money, this one, this money land, that money gold. No. What he asked, what is actually to be asked, he asked that and he took that alone. And what he did all the blessings. He gave all the blessings. As a family priest, whatever has to be taken, he took that only for the sake of the ceremonial rites which he has conducted. For that he took. Asira badu bahuta bidhidinhi. He profusely blessed all of them. From the bottom of the heart he blessed. It is not just, okay, chalo. Bhagavan Balakar, chalo. Not like that. Ashirvada, I told you earlier also, you must deserve to give blessings. Yes, every one of us, we have to deserve to gain blessings from the Guru, but even to give the blessings, you must deserve to bless. And that kind of a blessings the Guru gave to every one of them. Uradhari Rama Hisiya Sameta Harashiki Nigura Gavanu Niketa. Having Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and Sita Ji's image in his inner heart. He had almost settled in his heart as though. Keeping them in their heart, he proceeded, after all the rituals over, he proceeded towards his kutira. Biprabadhu sababhupa bulai. Now see, this is a very interesting part. Very interesting. Now what did the king do, Dasharatha? He saw so many Brahmanas who came and he gave whatever they wanted, he gave everybody. Now the wife of all the Brahmanas were there separately standing probably. So he said, all of you come. He has not left anybody. Taking care of everybody, he called all the Brahmanas women, Chaila Charu Bhushana Pahirai, gifted them up plenty of robes and ornaments, everything. Bahuri Bolai Suvasi Nilinhi. And then he called all the Sumangalis of the city. And then, see, the Brahmana's wife are one section. But there are so many other women who may not belong to the Ayodhya. They might have got married and come to Ayodhya. He did not leave them also. He called all these Mangalis who were not born in Ayodhya but who are here, and then gave them also Ruchi Vichari Pahiravanidinhi. Ruchi Vichari, according to their likes. He gave Vastra, Abharana, etc. Negi Nega Joga Sabalin Lehi. And all of them, all of them were entitled to receive gifts, all of them very beautifully, happily, wished the king and the entire family, and, Ruchi Anurupa Bhupa Manidehi, received all their, dues in the form of jewel and all other things. Priya Pahune Pujyate Je Jane. All those people whom he had very close, towards him with lot of affection, lot of adoration. Now please note, from the common public, slowly he is coming to the inner circles. Now a little more nearer, whom he adores. Dasharatha, Bhupati Bhali Bhati Sanamani. The king duly, honored all of them, whom he has them closer. Might be the ministers, might be the first circle, people of Ayodhya. Deva Dekhira Gubira Bibahu. Now the gods who witnessed Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's wedding and all these beautiful activities by Dasharatha, considering everyone as important and gifting everything to everybody, selecting and calling and giving them. All the devatas very happy. Barashi prasuna prasamsi uchahu. They again rain down lot of flowers with applauding and clap or some Veda mantra they would have chanted. All jubilation. Ultimately everything is what? Jubilation only. Chale nivasana baja isura nija nija pura sukha bhai kahata paraspara rama jasu premana hridaya samai. And all of them, as always, playing music, drums and everything, and then gladly they went back. Even they were given lot of gifts and things like that. They also went back. Lot of gifts. Devatas may not require gifts, but it is a joy in doing something, offering something. Maybe some oblations they might have done during the Homa, Havana, etc., which has reached the gods. So they were also very extremely happy, and they also proceeded to their own loka from wherever they have come. Kahata paraspara ramajasu. They all of them had only one topic of discussion. The topic is Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's glory. Premana hridaya samai. And all of them blessed the entire family with lot of love, lot of joy from their heart. We will conclude with one more chaupai for today. Sab vidhi sab hi samadhi nar nahu raha hridaya bhari puri uchahu jahara nivasu taha pagudhare sahita bahuti nakuvara nihare liye goda kari moda samita ko kahi sakai bhayavu sukhujeta बधू सप्रेम गोद बैटारी बार बार ही हर्षि दुलारी देखी समाजु मुदितर निवासु सब कैउर आनंद कियो बासु कहिउ भूप जिमि भयउ बिबाहु सुनि सुनि हर्षु होत सब काहू जनक राज गुणशील बड़ाई प्रीति रीति संपदा सुहाई बहुविधि भूप भाट जिमि बरनी रानी सब प्रमुदित सुन करनी सुतन समीत नहाई नृप बोली विप्रगुर ज्ञाति भोजन कीन्ह अनेक विधि घरी पंच गई राति सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Today, tomorrow, day after 3 days, I will take a few minutes extra. Please permit me for that, so that we can complete Balakanda on the 10th. Sab vidhi sab hi samadhi nar nahu. Having shown all respects and honor to every type of people, Dasharatha left no stone unturned to see that everybody is taken care. Raha hridaya bhari pura uchahu. His heart was overflowing with love, with joy, with happiness, ecstasy. Therefore, the only way such wonderful feelings come out is by giving. That is why he calls everybody and kept on giving. Jahira nivasu taha pagudhare sahita bahuti nakuvara nihare. And then what he did? Dasharatha, he went to the private apartments of all the 4 sons and daughter-in-laws. And you know what he did? Now see, Very important point which you have to understand here. Dasharatha had the four sons at a very late, time of his life. He was already aged also, isn't it? He did not have sons, and later, because of the prarthana, then he was blessed, and therefore he got Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna at the very late age. Therefore, now Ramchandraji and all are only teenagers. And therefore, what will be the age of the all the daughter-in-laws? Much less. Almost children only. Isn't it? We have to keep this in mind. Of course, in the serials and all, you will feel very, very grown-up Rama, grown-up Sita, etc., etc. That is a different issue. But according to the tradition, Ramchandraji and the brothers are teenagers, therefore the daughter-in-laws must be much younger. Therefore, he was so very happy. Jaharani Vasutaha Pagudhare. He went there, and then Sahita Bahutina Kuvaranihare. And he embraced all the sons, four sons he embraced out of so much of joy. He could not contain his joy. Liye Godakara Moda Sameta. He made them sit on his lap. Small boys, isn't it? Made them sit on his lap. Ko kahi sakai bhayavu sukhujeta. And he felt that, the thrill of all the four boys sitting on his lap. It was such a beautiful experience. Bhayavu sukhujeta. Nobody can, tell the joy which he experienced. Badhu sa prema goda baitari. Similarly, even the daughter-in-laws, they were also small, very small, is it not? He called all of them, and with so much of, feelings, love, care, as an elderly father-in-law, he called all of them and made them sit in his lap. Bara bara hiya harashi dulari. He, held all of them in his arms, and again he felt the joy. These are all something which cannot be explained at all. Dekhi samaju muditara nivasu. And all the women who were there, sevakis, who were there, they also, they could see this love of Dasharatji, pouring out. It was a spectacle scene to see Dasharatji with all his sons and daughter-in-laws. Sabke ura ananda kiyo basu. They were all extremely happy and delighted. Kahivu bhupajimi bhayavu bibahu. And not only that, he called all of them, hey, come here, all of you, come here. Okay, enough doing all the work. Now come here. Sit for some time. It is very rare. It is very rare when there are servants at home also. You want to keep them engaged. You want to keep them working. You can't see them sit. I even request all of you, if you have a servants at home, please sit with them. With all your love and care, talk to them. Make them feel comfortable. And you will see the quality of work will multiply by its own level. That is the glory of, unconditional love. King says, all of you come here. I want to talk to you. Because they did not come to Mithila Nagari. So they said, sit down. I will tell you. Today's days when somebody comes, after the marriage, when somebody comes, you go and give them a big album. You see, this is how the marriage took place. You see. Open. You want to see video? I will show you video. Then put one CD player. And then that TV. See, this is how it happened. It is so boring. It is so boring to sit in a house and see the, album. And then see the TV. And this man gives the album, turns on the TV and goes away doing. Array, so boring. Instead, if he sits and talks to them. That is what Dasharatha did. He called all the people, made them sit down. You know what happened? This is how Ramchandra ji came. He would have said Rama. This is how Rama came. And then we saw Sita. And then Sita and all that there. She came and Rama, Proktibhav, Sita, garlanded. When you say it from your bosom, it is equivalent to 20,000 videos or 23,000 albums. That is the glory of expression from the bottom of the heart. So, Suni harash hota sabkahu. Everybody were so happy listening to from Dasharatha. Maharaja calling all the servant maids and others also who were there. And then he was describing everything. It was such a beautiful, incidents. Janakaraja Jaguna Silu Badai. And while talking about them, he also spoke about Janaka Maharaja. How beautifully he conducted the entire, wedding. And then he also praised him, and everybody were happy about it. Priti Riti Sampada Suhai. And he gave all of them also, he gave lot of, wealth and everything. While giving, he was also speaking about the nobility, the love, the care, and that beautiful loving submission. Oh, fantastic, I tell you, it was so beautiful. He talked about all of that. He spoke about Bahubidhi Bhupa Bhata Jimi Bharani, and so many praises he gave to all of them. Rani Sab Pramudita Sunikarani. Even the queens. Remember, queens had not gone to Mithila Nagari. They were here only. Raja went, got marriage was done, he has brought them here. So the queens were very, very attentive. They were captivated, listening to Dasharatha Maharaj of all what has happened. Sutana Samita Nahai Nripa Boli Bipragura Jnani. Now the king, now after all of them were tired, so he had bath with his sons, etc. And then Boli Vipragura Jnani, he called the Brahmanas, the gurus and all the other people there. Bhojana Kinha Neka Vidhi, and with all of them he had wonderful dinner. Ghari Panchagari Rati, all of them now having taken good varieties of dishes, all of them reached to their own apartments, and the night passed with so much of excitement. The commentator says, people have forgotten to sleep because if they sleep, they can't remember Ramchandra ji. Some of them say, no, even in sleep there is Ramchandra ji only. So that way, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji has actually conquered everybody's heart as though. We will continue tomorrow. I have taken a little extra time. Please forgive me for that. We will continue tomorrow. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai, Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai.